everybody. Welcome again to another episode of Lost and Found.
Here we are.
Yay.
So today we're going to finish, kind of telling, our experience, kind of what we've been through, sorry about the dogs. Last time we talked about, we were in Porham, Oklahoma, and the shenanigans. I didn't even get close to sharing the shenanigans,
Right.
but we were in Porham, and so now we're coming back from Porham. And we decided to rent a U-Haul because that's how much stuff we accumulated.
Yeah, it was crazy.
There. And really, it wasn't that much stuff, but we just didn't have any other way back because the person that took us there wouldn't bring us home.
Right.
So, and we didn't really have anywhere to go when we got home either.
Yeah, we didn't have, we had kind of, I had talked to some people back here, and so we was kind of had a little spot that we was going to, but it didn't have a house. It was just a 1 acre lot that had a well and septic on it.
It had a cement pad, for
and a little shed.
But it didn't have any walls or nothing on it. Maybe 2 walls, I think, it had on it.
Yeah, it had a roof and everything, but it was just a concrete pad.
Yeah,
so.
it had water ran to it, but nothing up inside.
Yeah, no sink, no faucet, nothing like that.
So our idea is we were going to just make that a house because we knew the person that was buying the land.
Yeah.
And we were just going to camp and live there off the land and build a house or I don't know what.
Yeah, we had all these big dreams.
Yeah, so we're in Portland. We rented the U-Haul to come back because we didn't have any other money. I was getting unemployment every week. And so I went to this U-Haul place in this tiny town. It was Shakota, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
And so it was on a Saturday, and I went in there, and the lady's like, well, all we have is this big, huge one left. We wanted to get a truck.
Yeah.
But we ended up getting one of the box vans.
That we ended up driving around for almost 6 months.
Yeah, well, their computer system was down, and so she's like, well, just give me $25 today, and bring it back tomorrow. We'll just give me the rest of the money, and then I'll get your ID and all that stuff, But, okay.
Worked out perfect.
Right.
Couldn't ask for nothing better.
Yeah, you have no idea who I am, and I have your truck.
Yeah.
Cool, full of gas.
Yeah.
So we stopped at every casino on the way back from Porham, and then we got to this place. And,
which was way out in Wellston.
Yeah, and so, we're all ready. We're like, okay, we got to find a tent. Well, we had a tent, didn't we? We had it. Yeah, the people that were left in Portland gave us a tent, a cot, all kinds of... They made sure we were going to camp real well and live outside.
Yeah.
That was shitty, wasn't it?
Yeah, when we think about it, yeah.
Anyways, we didn't have any more dope, so why did they need us?
Right. Which we scored real big when we got to the city.
Yeah, we had dope. We always had it. But anyways, so... We're in grass up to our knees in this field with this U-Haul, trying to figure out what the fuck we're going to do, how we're going to clear it out, where we want to set the tent, where it won't flood. And the weirdo neighbors across the street come to talk to us, which ended up being pretty cool at first. Yeah,
for about 2.5 months. That's about what it was, right?
Yeah, 2.5 months. You can tell that part.
It was it was a trailer house that had a fifth wheel that was maybe 20 yards from their back door that they was renting out. They called it their rent house.
Yeah, it was a 1972.
Yeah, and it was, super crazy. And so somehow we started talking, and the next thing you know, we're moving in right there.
They're like, hey, come rent this from us. You don't have any money? That's fine. Just give us some money later.
Yeah, we didn't have no jobs or nothing like that.
We're driving a U-Haul as our car, parking it in their driveway every day.
I told them that we had just bought the U-Haul for $2,500.
Yeah, off an auction or something.
Yeah, and so we end up, we made every situation we was ever in, we made it as comfortable and as nice as we thought this place was so nice that we invited her mom.
My mom to come see us in this place.
And we thought we were doing okay. We
had a little fire pit outside. It's like we lived camping. That's what it was. It was I was like, look, Mom, it's like I live at the lake. She's like, yeah this is great. I was washing our clothes in the sink of the camper and hanging them up outside to dry. And
then finally you got to where you could use their washer and dryer.
Well, they said I could, but I didn't want to go in there. And we'd shower in there sometimes because all we had was cold water because we didn't have any propane.
Right.
We did get propane. The trailer almost burned down.
Yeah. It did burn down.
It did burn. But but before that, we thought it was cool, we made the best of every situation that we had.
As all we was doing was just trying to stay high.
There was a house across the street. There was this old abandoned dope house. So we'd go pilfer through it. And that's where I got my 2 different shoes that didn't match. But my other ones melted when I walked through that fire on accident.
Right.
But but the point is that we made the best of every situation, and we in our heads thought that we were doing good. Like, yeah, we did this, we got us a spot, and all this stuff. But really, we were putting no effort into it at all.
Yeah, we was doing exactly enough to keep us high, and that was it. Other than that, we didn't care.
We didn't give a shit about what else we needed to do or should be doing or nothing else. It was just, oh, okay, well, now we got a spot. Now we got somewhere to be high.
Right. Not one time did I ever wake up in the morning and go, man, I ought to go use this U-Haul to go look for a job.
Right. Or to go get a job so that we can get a car that we actually own.
Right.
And, you know...
I mean, we drove the U-Haul, like, we lived right around the corner from the casino, so every night at 2 in the morning, we'd drive this big old U-Haul up to the fucking casino.
With our $2.
Yeah, like it was a big deal, you know?
Woo, we're going to the casino.
Yeah, it was...
And it was real bad, and we would, God bless her, my mom she would send money to help us live. You know, because all our money, like I don't think we were even spending money on dope, really.
No, we didn't.
Because everybody that we knew, like, we got it for free, and it was, but we just kind of stumbled into these situations where, okay, this will work,
and it
for now.
Work for a couple months.
It worked for a couple months until we kind of ran that one dry.
Yeah,
and then we'd move on
to the next.
And so,
they talk about in the rooms of recovery, they talk about a tornado and you're just destroying everything in its path. And today, whenever I look back at that, that's what I envision. Like every spot that it was just a twisted mangle of tornado carnage. And
yeah, like a hurricane, really. Yeah. Like we just came through like a fucking hurricane, and when we're gone, it's just like, psh, like what the, you know?
Yeah. And some was our fault, some was on the others, but it always ended up being a very big, dramatic blowout, you know, where...
Some big ordeal, and we put ourselves in that situation, so all of it's really our fault when it comes back, and it comes down to it. It's on us because we chose to do that. We could have chose to get up and go to work every day.
Right.
We could have chose to get away from those people and go around productive people that we are now. You know, we could have made all those decisions. We chose to stay high and do as little as possible.
Basic
my motto
living.
Used to be to not show anybody your full potential, because then they know what you're capable of, and they'll expect that from you all the time.
Right.
So then you can't slack off and stuff. And
when she told me that for the first time, I looked at her like, girl, you're just crazy as hell, you know? Like, who does that? I mean,
addicts.
Yeah.
Addicts do that, and master manipulators, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but your life doesn't have to be that way. If you're in a trailer and that's all you can afford, and you're working your ass off every day going to a job, good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. But if you're just living where you can in somebody's closet, floor...
We lived in a storage container or a storage closet at an apartment complex once.
Yeah. And, you know, when ditches, just anything like that, I see people, you know, in the streets that are homeless, like... Okay, I don't see any. I always see, please give me money. I don't ever see will work for food. I don't see any of those ever. I see them wanting stuff, but they don't want to do anything for it.
Right.
And every situation is different, so maybe they're there for a different reason. But if you know what I'm saying, to say will work for food, here, I'll give you $1 because you're willing to go do something.
Right.
But that's just my way of thinking. We never stood on a corner because we were criminals. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah. But that looks like it's about all for tonight.
Yeah, you're probably tired of listening to us talk about our U-Haul that we drove forever, like it was our car.
But tomorrow night, stay tuned for another episode of Lost and Found.
Yeah, because we're found. Here we are.